Drivers talking on cell phones have been shown to have longer reaction times than a driver with a .08 BAC, the legal limit for intoxication for drivers 21 and over. However, drivers talking on a cell phone can eliminate their risk after just 25 seconds by ending the call. While drivers at a .08 BAC will remain at risk for as long as it takes them to sober up. Now, let's talk about texting and driving. The risk of a crash caused by texting is at least double the risk caused by talking on the phone. This crash risk can increase up to 23 times when driving heavy vehicles and trucks. And did you know voice to text is even more distracting than typing texts by hand? That's because most of us proofread and correct messages before sending. Let me demonstrate. I'm picking up Hunan beef for dinner. To illustrate the risk of texting while driving, we have a challenge for you. Pick up your phone and follow these instructions. In a moment, you will hear the sound of a horn. When you hear the horn, pull up a contact from your phone. Type in the text message, "Be there in 10." But don't actually send it. Ready? Were you able to finish the text before the second horn? The second horn sounded after 4.6 seconds, which is the average amount of time it takes to type and send a text. At 55 miles per hour, this is the equivalent of you driving blind the length of a football field, including the end zones, a distance of 120 yards. Do you sometimes drive 70 miles per hour? And at 70 miles per hour, you've just traveled for 1.5 football fields driving blind. So what does 4.6 seconds look like? It happens a lot faster than anyone expects. Another texting risk is that it can provoke road rage.
What's wrong with you? You could have killed me, you jackalope. Get off the road, you spacklemaker.
What's wrong with you? You get off the road.
Have you ever seen this type of driver? Sadly, incidents involving aggressive, irate, or irrational drivers happen every day, and the outcomes can be grim. Drivers who engage in criminal threats or use a vehicle to cause harm or death can have consequences for their actions. They can lose their license. They can even be arrested and prosecuted and thrown in jail.
The guilty verdict brings to a close a case that took a 6-year-old boy's life.
On May 21, 2021, Aiden's mom was driving him to kindergarten when she says a woman in a white VW cut her off.
Ms. Cloonan left the HOV lane and began to move over towards the right to get off the freeway. And she gave the middle finger to the vehicle, to the male passenger, out of anger. Something she would come to regret beyond comprehension.
Marcus Arist fired a single bullet. It ripped through the trunk and pierced Aiden's lungs, liver, and heart. The jury could have convicted Arist on a lesser charge, but it took them less than 2 hours to decide this was murder. Arist faces 40 years to life behind bars.
There are many behaviors that provoke a driver to feel road rage, and I know you have never done any of these things.